And you got to ask yourself, is this really necessary? For training programs, meal plans, and coaching, make sure you check out khbfitnessandtraining.com. What's going on, my fitness seekers all over the world? Kelvin's Health, Physical Fitness, and Training here once again with another video for you. And I want to bring you a video today from a young man who is in Texas currently, but originally from Nigeria. So I'm pretty sure you got a pretty good work ethic. And it shows in these videos, man. I want to give all the props before I start to critique in, because I think that's very important. I don't think enough people critique with a genuine mindset when it comes down to it. I just pointed out how I see it. Because at the end of the day, there is a lot of things in mainstream media that people don't really realize. Is a lot of stuff is just selling you things. A lot of people figure like if you're going to be on a certain program, you're going to get the exact same results as this person. And it makes us as consumers look like idiots because you want to change. You definitely do. But we have to understand the importance of knowing genetics, work capacity, the importance of knowing what your body is capable of before it starts to turn down, before it becomes junk volume, especially if you're natural. I want to react to this insane video that I seen, and you should hear the hype man from this channel. I gotta look it up for you. The hype man from this channel is called The Sports Dealer. And what they do on this channel, like the guy's like super over the top. If you want a great looking workout, I'm gonna show all of that to you, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and the whole point of this video is the video is called "The Guy Has the Toughest Training Routine." Toughest training routine ever invented. But you guys be the judge, and you let me know if you think it's something that you have to do to get a good frame. Me personally, I give you my example out there, but I don't think that's the case. But like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for all future videos. Gonna get a little bit more active with this, guys. Appreciate your patience. We can get on into it. And I got my handy dandy Bluetooth so I can click on and off as I go. Let's dive on in.
If you thought you had the most intense routine in the world, think again. When George Bamfo Jr trains with his buddies, he spares no effort. Quite the opposite.
Spares no effort. Quite the effort I see here. These guys are really pushing. Now, the thing that people don't understand is when you're seeing this effort being done, a lot of times the camera is beautiful. The reason that the camera is so beautiful is because the output that they're putting in, a lot of people aren't able to put up. You can look at that from Olympics to everything. Like it's very quick in your face. So it's like, wow, look what he's doing. And it makes people really think that this is the way to go. So first off, I'm saying it, pretty good routine. Got the muscle shirts on, or the shirts off. Got the shirts off right off the bat. So it's a good way to start it, to get this hype going. Now they're doing some things on this treadmill that are a bit much here. And even with the best warm up, if you training in this way, it can get tricky. Let's keep going.
Opposite. Originally from Ghana, George is a fitness coach in Texas, and his personalized workout program makes us aware of all the muscles in the human body. With his Titanic workouts, you may even discover muscles you didn't know existed. George turns up the heat.
I had to pause on that part. He said you may discover muscles that you didn't even know existed. If you're training and you don't know about certain muscles, it's best to go ahead and research on that. If you don't research, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. I don't want you guys getting in a lot of trouble training muscles that you didn't even know existence, because how do you warm up, right? You have to warm up before a good workout. You want to make sure that you are getting a good warm up, good cool down via stretching when you're cooling down and warming up, working in some capacity on how you're going to be training. That's the best and the absolute way to warm up. But you don't want to be warming up with a bunch of jumping stuff too. You want to maybe start out with a good squat. If you're going to do jump squats, warm up with some high knees or some squats to get into that capacity of shooting through that load, or it can get tricky for the body over time. Trust me, that wear and tear is a serious thing here. Let's keep going.
In all his movements, to keep up with him, you have to be rather resilient and forget about your physical limitations. For the former star of the University of Houston's football team.
I got a problem with that. So there's a caveat to it. Now, forgetting about your limitations can be, if you've never pushed yourself before, that can be a good thing. You can forget about your limitations on that, definitely. But if you have knee issues, if you have elbow issues, shoulder issues that haven't been addressed and rehabbed the way they need to be, then you definitely want to know your limitations. And as anyone can say, any good trainer that gets into their bag when they're training people, you want to make sure that you are being very aware of said injury with the client, or you can hurt them more. And that's what we don't want to do. We don't want to hurt you guys, man. So if you're training, if you're doing this, if the program that he's talking about looks anything like this, that can be interesting. I'm sure that I don't know the training program or anything, so I'm sure that he has things that get comparable to it that will help, and you can do less intense items. But from what I'm saying, man, this is a lot of work. This is a lot of demand on the body. Let's keep going.
Determination is key. After his graduation, George started to give fitness classes, and he hasn't stopped since. During lockdown in 2021, hundreds of thousands of people took advantage of his online course. Thanks to his instructive and spectacular videos, George quickly became a reference on social media. Today, he has more than 1,700,000 followers on Instagram, wow. And he deserves...
He has 1.7 million subscribers on Instagram, and he deserves the fame, is what they say. And kudos to him, man. Hard work pays off. Definitely. Hard work pays off, and he's doing his thing. Now, I wanted to let a little B-roll go on this particular, because right here he's just showing a bunch of different workouts that he do, and this is the part I want to talk about a little bit too. Now, is this worth doing? If you want something that's challenging, absolutely. If you want to do routines like this and challenging, you have all of this stuff available, all of these different doohickeys and fancy things, which most people don't have. Most people don't have these even kind of machines or treadmills. Most people aren't going to be doing a lot of stuff that he's doing. A lot of the movements that he's doing, especially in the beginning when he's throwing the bar up like this, completely nonsense. It's not needed. It's not something that's going to get you any particular gains. It just looks fancy. The bad part, and why I say that they look at us like idiots a lot of times when we're looking at these things, is because we buy anything that looks fancy, anything that looks new, even if it doesn't work for you. Take into another account, we don't know what the young man might be on. He's training with some questionable dudes who have had natty or knots done on them. And it's all speculation, but you have to understand that when you're doing something this high intensity, cardio based, that is not ample for building muscle. That's not an ample way to build muscle, to have something this cardio based. Like, these guys are not doing that on a regular. And the best way you're going to change is in the kitchen. That's the absolute best way you're going to change. As I stated before, I developed a great physique. Well, I don't want to call it great. I don't want to blow my head up, but people have said I've developed a great physique from even something as simple as band training. And never have I done anything this extreme ever. In the 18 years I've been training, and I've built a really good physique when it comes down to it. Maybe it's something to aspire to. That's what I take from the video. Love is hard work. Love is ethic. If you enjoyed this reaction, like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think in the comments below, man. This is interesting. I don't know what else to say, man. Like I said, you don't need things like this to get yourself a good physique. If you're natural, you work with what you got, you push past, and you keep trying, man. You keep pushing. That's the important part. But this, in my personal opinion, is absolutely not needed. You guys have a great day. It's not where you train, and obviously it's how you train. They're getting it in. Have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you later.